you share to us how your first meeting was like?
Yeah, that blessing actually we call that as dictionary blessing, no? As I always heard to my wife. Maybe that is only our what our words, no, not for others, but we call that dictionary blessing. Our first meeting was in Seoul, Korea, at Makol Factory. I remember looking at her and asking, "Are you Miko?" I checked the picture again and realized, yes, this is Miko. This is her. It was unique experience as we were part of what we fondly call the dictionary blessing. At the time, many couples like us were matched despite speaking different language, relying on dictionaries to communicate and build understanding. One memory I never forget that stands out is when my wife wrote me a 7 pages letter done in the events. She poured his heart into it, translating her words into English using a dictionary. Through those heartfelt words, I could feel her sincere in love despite the language barrier. It was in those moments I began to truly value the blessing given to me. Our union taught me that love transcends language and culture. It is built on effort, patience, and the desire to understand one another's hearts. The dictionary blessing is a testament to the power of faith, communication, and the divine connection with share as blessed couple. Thank you.
When numbers are matched, we are expected to receive the blessing. So, what does receiving the blessing mean to you?
Actually, receiving blessing is more than a ceremony. Okay, it is a profound commitment to a divine purpose. For me, it lays the foundation of God-centered relationship, where love transcends personal happiness to heal and uplift families and nations. The history of war between the Philippines and Japan once left deep scars of resentment. But through the blessing, such wounds can be healed. This is a beautiful example I want to share with you of this healing. Now, this healing is the bond of between my wife and my mother. My wife and my daughter once stayed with here for a month while I was away and they created cherished memories together. They watched Korean telenovelas, cried over emotional scenes, and shared laughters. Break down barriers of the past with understanding and love. The blessing has shaped our relationship by teaching us to see each other as friends, teammates, and partners in God's providence. My wife guides me and help me grow as a father. When I tell her this, she gently reminds me, no, you give me the confidence to stand as a mother. This mutual support has helped me understand the concept of my wife is my second self. In terms of life goals, the blessing has given us a purpose beyond ourselves. Thank you.
Your family is one of the role models in our community. You raise such wonderful and excellent children. They are here in the studio today. How do you instill the values to your children?
Anyway, Miko will share that first.
Okay. As parents, we believe that the love in action is the foundation for building strong relationship with our children. For example, whenever our children were sick, June and I did everything we could to help them recover. We spent sleepless nights caring for them, preparing food, and finding remedies. I remember when our third son had a high fever for several days, his blood test showed a low platelet count, and the doctor suspected dengue fever. Desperate but determined, I ran around the village looking for papaya leaves, which are believed to help with dengue. I knocked on neighbors' doors until I found some. With love and hope, I extracted the juice and gave it to him. Thankfully, he recovered without spending a night in the hospital. Moments like this reminded us for the importance of giving our all for our children. Whether they are sick or facing life challenges, we want them to know how we will always support them. In our family, love always comes first, even before rules. We may not be able to give our children material abundance, but we serve them with a heart full of love and care. This principle aligns with Truppen's teaching, even though parents cannot give children material benefits due to difficult living conditions. They should serve children with a loving heart from their bone marrow. Then the children come to be indebted to the parents. This guiding principle has shaped how we raise our family. We often take our children to the malls not to spend but to create meaningful experiences. For us, the mall is not a place for material indulgence, but an opportunity to bond and learn. Instead of eating at fast food restaurants, we guide our children to explore the bookstore. The bookstore became a central part of their childhood. If they ever got lost in the mall, they knew to meet us there. It was their heaven, and we could always find them surrounded by books, discovering stories and knowledge. Through these small yet meaningful acts, we aim to teach our children that love, creativity, and family connection are far more valuable than material wealth.
So we discipline with love, ensure that roles and consequence are rooted in love and understanding. Let me share a personal story from my family. I introduced a three strike role for my children to teach them lessons. I explained that they had three chances to correct their behavior. But I remember only ever needing to give one strong strike to my boys and none to my daughter. We also had strict rules about eating sweets. When they were young, we did not allow them to have sugary treats like cake, chocolate ice cream, or soda, unless visitors brought them. This rule was not about deprivation. It was about teaching moderation, and protecting their health. As a result, my children grew up with perfect teeth. Now, whenever I see them, I jokingly ask, should we buy sweets for you? Now, since we did not back then, they laugh and say, it's okay. We eat sweets now. It's a lighthearted reminder of how those lessons stay with them. So, the number three, education for our children is allow our children to voice their opinions and participate in decision making. We teach them the importance of compromising and respecting boundaries, negotiate, and we also negotiate to kids now. And in continuation, number four, we also teach our children by example. No, action speak louder than words. Children learn by observing their parents, and turn parents can learn so much from their children. The actions and behaviors we model leave a deeper impact than words ever could. This is our family story. No? So we prioritize eating at home rather than dining out. This simple habit not only teaches our children the value of home cooked meals, but also emphasizes the importance of family time. Sitting together at the dining table fosters connection, gratitude, and meaningful conversations. So in our home also, the children must learn about manual of operation. That's very important. From a young age, we teach our children essential households skills like cooking and cleaning. Over time, they become experts in the kitchen, preparing meals that not only sustain our family but also embrace and warmly welcome visitors. These life skills instill a sense of pride in contributing to our home. By teaching through example, we prepare our children to carry these lessons into their own lives and future families. So life is simple, no, but we are very creative and have many exciting moments. Building a strong parents-child relationship is vital. Spend quality together, engage in activities they enjoy, and always be there for them. So I want to share again another story from my family that reflects this principle. I still remember when our first child, Junyang, and we were struggling financially. As a special treat, now we would sometimes take him to Jollibee. With limited resources, we ordered just one small burger, one drink, and a serving of French fries. I asked the crew to skip the ice and instead request an extra glass of ice. in a cold glass of water. That one drink would then become three glasses. We let our son enjoy the burger and fries, but during these moments, we also taught him the values of sharing. He would sometimes ask if we could divide the food among the three of us, which become an opportunity to teach generosity and consideration for others. On other days, we simply buy biscuits and drinks at the grocery and head to the mall park, sitting together, eating snacks, and talking with our children. Created simple yet meaningful memories. We also keep up the tradition of one-on-one dates with its child, giving them focused time and attention. These small intentional moments build trust, strengthen our bond, and show them how much they are loved. So teach kids to share their thoughts, feeling and daily experiences with each other and us, and foster a habit of constant reporting so they feel self and heard. Now, this is the family story. Now, I want to share about this encourage of open communication. In our family, with is our children, the importance of communication and respect by requiring them to ask for anything they want to eat or use. Okay, this practice helps them learn about communication and accountability. Although everything is provided for them and all the food is for their benefit, taking anything without asking is considered a serious offense. These rules help them understand the importance of seeking permission and foster a sense of respect within the family. Okay? Okay, you can share.
Okay. So one things I would like to share is the power of routines, building a foundation for life. In our family, we believe in the power of routines to create a strong foundation for our children. Simple routines such as following daily schedules and sticking to consistent activities help build a structure and discipline in their lives. So routine can build the habits. By practicing routines regularly, children develop positive habits that guide them acting and choices. So these habits naturally evolve into core values like respect, responsibility, and gratitude, shaping their character and preparing them for life challenges. Through consistent repetition, routines become a cornerstone of personal growth and values, laying the groundwork for a bright and principled future. So just give you a sample, like in the morning when they wake up, they have to, set the time to wake up on the same time regularly. And once they stand up, they have to make a bed to clean up the pillows and the blankets, so forth. Then hygiene habit such as toothbrush or like taking a bath in the morning and dress properly. Then in the morning, important is to eat the healthy breakfast. They will not skip, but they really have to start with the balanced breakfast before they go to school or work. And of course, they have to prepare their own personal belongings like books or school supplies into their bag, and they have to set and go. Then once they arrive home, we prepare snack which is healthy, not much, like junk. Then homework time, we give them time to study at home, and also at the same time they have free time to relax, and they can watch kinda a computer or some games they can engage with. And well, so up to the time to bed, maybe they can follow the pre assigned schedule for them unless they have some emergency, so they can run their own life without even us parents stay at home. Yeah, and in weekly routine, maybe during the like weekend, they can help some house chore. Yeah, and sometimes as a family we go out for outing and visiting the park and watching the movie, and some activities we do together. So, and lastly, we also have a faith routine, like go to Sunday service together and we pray together for time to time as necessary. So yeah, so those experiences can nurture our children as well as us parents. Then we grow together. Thank you.
Have to keep our children pure. No? So actually, this is our advice. No? Teach children to appreciate simple joys and avoid materialism. This is our family story. No? One of the ways we teach valuable lesson to our children is during visit to the toy shop. Before we go, we sit down and discuss our plan. We explain to them that our visit is to explore and look at the toys, not necessary to buy them. This helps set expectations and teaches them patience and gratitude. When we arrive, I place the children in the shopping cart, allowing them to pick and play with any toys they like. They know the role. They must take care of the toys and return them to their proper place before we leave. This simple practice helps nurture responsibility and appreciation for the things around them. On some occasions, if Papa is in a good mood and it's within the family budget, we may purchase a toy. However, the decision is always up to Papa, teaching them the importance of understanding financial limitation in that the material things should not be taken for granted. We also prioritize instilling value in our children that protect them from becoming overly attached to material possessions. Money or early romantic relationships, we emphasize that their focus should be on building good character, valuing family, and nurturing their dreams. Through these small but meaningful moments, we aim to guide our children toward a life of gratitude, discipline, and balance. So this is the words to my wife. No, I call my wife a mother who never sleeps. No? And that is always my joke to my wife, calling her a mother who never sleeps. And truly, she lives up to this name. God needs parents leaders. And my wife embodies this role with unwavering dedication. Even after a long, exhausting day at work, she is always there when our children needs of guidance, love, and support. No matter how tired she is, she listens patiently and offer her wisdom. Sometimes staying up until morning to ensure they feel heard and cared for. Her selflessness and tireless devotions are constant source of inspiration. She shows me that true leadership begins at home with a heart that keeps giving even when the body is weary. My wife's commitments to our children well-being, often placing their needs above her own, is the very definition of love in action. Truly, she's mother who never sleeps.